Chapter 1. You are listening at famvetv.info. Summary. She transmigrated into an orphan, thinking that she still had her boyfriend with her, yet in an instant, her world crashed. For the position of heir, he said, Yao. Why don't you become my second wife? A sentence destroyed her wishful thinking, causing her to end their relationship of 2 lives cruelly. Leaving the hustle-bustle, she then lived in a forest, wanting to find an honest man to spend the rest of her life with. But not long after getting married, she realized that the honest man she married was a bit dishonest. Are you not an ordinary hunter? She stared at the man pretending to be innocent in a furious manner. Is the ending going to be this way? Of course not, the story had just begun from the moment she changed her future. Chapter 1. What did you say? Repeat it again. Ning Mangyao stared at the man in front of her with a pair of wide eyes, her whole body trembling. Her wide eyes carried disbelief. Ling Luo looked at Ning Mangyao's disbelieving expression and opened his mouth. The words that were at the tip of his tongue in the end had trouble coming out. The person beside him nudged him gently and Ling Luo nodded his head again, his eyes firm as he said, Yao. You know my situation. To inherit the position of the heir, I have to marry Xiao Zixian, that's why. Ning Mangyao let out a mournful laugh, looking at Ling Luo whose words couldn't come out and finished. That's why you want me to become your concubine? Ling Luo immediately shook his head, no, not concubine, but equal wife. Equal wife. Ning Mangyao staggered backwards, her eyes deadly set on Ling Luo. It looks like you don't know me good enough. What kind of person was Ning Mangyao? Crossing 2 lives, would she be willingly share the person she liked with other women? She and Ling Luo were a pair of lovers in their previous lives who were about to get married when they had an accident and traveled to this unfamiliar era. When they arrived here, he became Ling Yunhofu's young master, receiving much care and pamper, while she became an abandoned orphan. After they got into that accident, he was good towards her, not caring about his status. She thought both of them could be the same as how they were in their previous life, loving only each other. It's been 6 years since they came here, she had not changed, but he did. To obtain power and position, he wanted her to share with other women. When had she, Ning Mangyao, fallen to this position? Yao. Listen to me. I love you, it's just that. Looking at Ning Mangyao's eyes that were slowly turning cold, Ling Luo walked in front of her and grabbed her arm, anxiously trying to explain. Love. Ling Luo, the one who doesn't deserve to speak about love is you. Love me. You love your power and position much more. To think that you still has not know me. I have my own pride, letting me share the man I like with other women, that's just impossible. Ning Mangyao's seat had her hand back as she said coldly. Ling Luo looked at the hand that she wrenched away, his body somewhat stiff. Yao. Why are you being like this? Having 3 wives and 4 concubines is a normal thing here. Ning Mangyao's pupil shrunk, looking up to Ling Luo, 3 wives and 4 concubines. Normal. Then you should return to the life you regard as normal, don't bother me anymore. Spitting out these words, she thought she won't feel sad, but when she truly spoke these words out loud, she realized that she seemed strong, but her heart was hurt to the point of having difficulty breathing. Unfortunately for her, she did not know since when did his thoughts change to match the thinking of the ancient people, just as pedantically ignorant. Yao. Why won't you understand me? I'm just doing what's best for us. Ling Luo looked at Ning Mangyao's eyes that were more and more unfeeling as he grew irritated, roaring angrily at her. Ning Mangyao walked step by step, raising her hand to slap him heavily twice. For the best of us. Ling Luo, you're only thinking of yourself. From now on, we have no relations. The next time we meet, we are just strangers. She looked at Ling Luo deeply, her pair of eyes no longer had any affection, only unfeeling coldness. Her long white cotton skirt fluttered against the wind, causing her to seem like a butterfly that flew lightly onto a flower. Ling Luo covered his face, his eyes watching Ning Mangyao leave. He didn't chase after her and didn't ask her to stay, but he didn't know that his decision of letting her go would make them become forever estranged. Ning Mangyao didn't know how she managed to came back home, her expression was at loss as she looked at her delicate small courtyard. Looking at this small courtyard, Ning Mangyao laughed at herself. She thought he would always be by her side, just like how she wished her life went, but now, it seemed that reality slapped her face good. Listen to the full novel at FameTV.com, direct link in the description.